Have you been so angry, so frustrated that you don't even know why? Why are you so overwhelmed? Like 1 minute you're fine, and then the next minute you're just snapping, just going off on everybody. What if I told you that half the time you don't even know why? Because you don't understand your emotions. And that's understanding it really leads to the stress and being burned out and exhausted. So in this video, I'm going to change that for you. We're going to talk about the first thing that you can do to decode your emotions and stop allowing them to control you and you start controlling them. Let's get to work. Let me tell you about this one story where I lost it at work. Happened a long time ago, many moons ago. I've developed way since then, way more. But I got an email from my boss that just rubbed me the wrong way. Anybody ever got one of those emails? Now, they wanted a project done yesterday. Now, we're already backed up. We already have a load of stuff in the pipeline coming through. And I just felt this heat rising in my chest. Just really, really felt upset and angry. And I slammed my laptop shut, and for the rest of the entire day, I was in a horrible mood. But here's one thing. Later when I calmed down, took my breathing, and I realized I wasn't actually angry. I really wasn't. I was stressed. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. But because I didn't stop to check in with myself, my reaction caused unnecessary damage. Now, anybody ever been through that? Comment below if you've been through that. Sound familiar? That's what happens when we don't understand our emotions. So here's the thing. Emotions are like layers. When you feel the surface is rarely the real problem. That's just the surface level. For example, your anger, it could be a sign of being hurt, a sign of being in fear of something. Say you're stressed. It could be overwhelm or your lack of control, maybe jealousy. It might be your insecurities or feeling left out. Those insecurities can really creep up and create a false narrative for you. So how do we figure out what's really going on? What do we do about that? So I want you to try something next time that you are feeling a strong emotion. I want you to pause. I want you to ask yourself a question before you react. What am I feeling right now? Don't just say I'm mad. I want you to go a little deeper than that. I want you to figure out why you're mad. Find the root of the anger. Is it mad because you're being ignored, or are you just stressed and you don't feel like you have the control factor going on? Psychologists name this as psychologists calls this name it to tame it. When you identify an emotion, team, it actually reduces the intensity. What happens is your brain stops spiraling and suddenly you have control again. You slow down that attack on the amygdala. Now, next time you feel overwhelmed at work, instead of saying, like, I hate my job, try to stay in the zone of figuring out why. What's the root of that feeling? What's the root of that emotion? Is it because you're overworked and you haven't set those necessary boundaries with your boss, supervisor, or coworkers? Let's say your spouse, your partner, they upset you. Instead of saying, you never listen to me, just get all irate. Say, I feel unheard and I need to express that calmly. You have to say that to yourself because you have to stop, pause, allow those feelings to pass. Call it respecting the right of way of your emotions. You allow the right of way of your emotions, allow those emotions to pass. And this one small habit by naming your real emotions, what it can do for you, it can transform your stress, your relationships, and even your life. So, we can't leave you. I can't leave you without an action plan, without a call to action. So for your challenge this week, I want you to, next time you feel an emotion, I want you to stop and name that particular emotion. What exactly is that particular emotion? I want you to stop right there, name that emotion, and then let's dig a little deeper. Go a little further, go a little deeper, and figure out the why, figure out the root cause of that particular feeling. Now, drop a comment below if you want to take it a little step further. What's one emotion that you struggle with the most? And let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Don't forget, next week we're going to dive into a little more of self-awareness. Now, this is where things is going to get real interesting. So you don't want to miss this. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification button so you don't miss anything. And I'll see you there. Remember that self-work is the best work. So let's get to work, team. Peace.